While most fans are respectable when interacting with wrestlers, not all are. Some female performers have, unfortunately, had members of the audience touch them without their consent. Let's look at several incidents where fans inappropriately touch women in wrestling. For almost their entire WWE careers, the Bella Twins entrance music has started by saying,
"You can look, but you can't touch."
Well, one Cleveland, Ohio fan decided to ignore that. On an episode of Superstars, Nikki Bella was making her entrance and interacting with the crowd. One fan wanted a bit more than a high five and grabbed Nikki and gave her a kiss on the cheek. It should be noted that that particular fan has special needs and regularly attends WWE events in Cleveland. Nikki Bella didn't seem too bothered by the surprise kiss and was all smiles as she entered the ring for her match. After a 4-month hiatus, the Boss returned to WWE and ignited a feud with Becky Lynch. This set up a match between the two at Clash of Champions for Becky's Raw Women's Championship. During the fight, Lynch accidentally took out the referee with a chair. With no one officiating the match, the two women started fighting into the crowd and around the arena. They eventually made their way back to ringside, with Becky Lynch in control. As she was throwing Sasha Banks over the barricade, a fan in the front row reached out to touch Sasha's butt. Just a few seconds later, that same fan also grabbed Banks by the arm, but let go very quickly. This caused quite an uproar online, but despite the outrage, the fan wasn't ejected from the building. A few days after the incident, it was reported that WWE was investigating the situation and would likely be issuing lifetime bans to anyone involved. Banks herself said on social media she would be suing, but nothing else was shared. Either way, the lesson here is, don't be like this guy. In August of 2017, after competing in a match at an untelevised WWE live event, Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss were leaving the ring. Jax was holding Bliss on her shoulder, and a young fan in the front row took the opportunity to give Alexa a pat on the butt. Nia quickly turned around, but seemed to laugh it off when she realized it was a kid. Sometime after the incident, Alexa Bliss was asked about it.
Well, when it happened, I asked Nia because she was carrying me over her shoulders. I was like, "Is that you?" And she was like, "No." And we just walked back and we were just we laughed it off.
Before a match against Oksana, Natalya was making her entrance like normal and celebrating with the fans. She went to pose behind a group of attendees, and a young child got a bit handsy and touched one of Natalya's breasts. It was pretty quick, and the kid was likely excited just to be so close to a WWE wrestler. Natalya didn't seem to even notice the touch, and even gave the young fan a high five right afterwards. Incidents of fans touching female wrestlers haven't just happened in WWE. In 2019, the Mexican wrestling company AAA hosted an event called Conquista Total in Cancun. At the show, future WWE star Scarlett Bordeaux competed in a 6-woman tag team match. At one point, Scarlett performed a crossbody to the outside. When she got up, a fan standing ringside pulled her towards him and began rubbing her body with his hands. Lady Shani, one of Bordeaux's tag team partners, pulled her away from the barricade and out of the man's reach. Afterward, Scarlett condemned the fan's actions and thanked Shani for having her back. Shout out to JL for watching and leaving a comment on our previous list video. Speaking of which, watch the video on the left to find out who the top 10 scariest women in WWE are. With that, I'm Zach from Tap Out Corner, and take it easy.